what's up guys? This is Gro. I'm giving you the condensed version of the D.VA game that I just posted. I'm just going to go through the fights, and I'll probably just try to skip through the video and, you know, find the parts that are kind of critical that you should know pertaining to this particular match and this particular map. As you can see, I'm not in a replay right now. This is a recording. So this is a game as me playing D.VA, Illidan, Zarya, Lucio, and Falstad on my team versus Sonya, Zagara, Genji, Uther, and Nubarak. My first talent was Nitrous Boosters, which is the one that makes you go 475% faster.
3, 2, 1.
So I'm kind of trying to explain to my team that D.Va's a little weak at 1. She has no mech charge for self-destruct, and she also doesn't do a lot of AA damage. So I'm just going to pause it real quick. Alright, I'll let it play out. Okay, the thing you have to realize about Warhead Junction is, like, it's a huge map, so a lot of the times, like, roaming isn't going to pay off as much as you might think. You want, like, someone top and someone bot. You'll see that we actually have 2 solo laners. Falstad can solo lane, Illidan can solo lane, and even D.Va can solo lane if she has to. Zag's definitely going to go bot, and Sonya's going to go top, so those are 2 other solo laners. So basically what you have, I mean, this is my take on it. You want to have 3 people in mid and 1 person top and 1 person bot. So our 3-person mid is going to end up being Zarya, myself, and Lucio, which is pretty solid Overwatch squad, versus Genji, Uther, and Nubarak. And you're going to see, like, they're definitely not to be messed with either. So we'll just get into the rest of it now. So you saw it was kind of like difficult for us to make a trade against Genji because he deflects my bullets and they do a lot of damage to people. There he goes. You can see the damage that it does, and he wins the trade. So I'm trying to put Defense Matrix on Genji when I can because he's the one doing the damage. He does another nice deflect right there. So we're... So we kind of just like won the trade just by being able to out-sustain them. Almost got Genji there, but I don't. Lucio went bot. Okay, I'm going to pause it. This is what you're going to see around 2 minutes. The nukes are going to come out, and then Sonya and Falstad are basically going to be top, just like trying to poke each other out. Like, I think Falstad's going to be able to poke that one out long enough. Even if we don't get that one, it's okay because someone might get baited to go up here and like help out Sonya because they think that they can get it on the 2v1, but it doesn't really matter because Falstad's not really trying to win this fight. He's just trying to contest this area for like as long as he can. So we'll just keep it going. So it's also kind of a good time to back for me because I don't have my well, and if I get full HP, I can go to either one of the bombs and not have to really worry about not having any kind of sustain later. So it's kind of a difficult situation to look at because mid, you can see mid's getting pushed right now, and these people are all fighting bot. Sonya got top, so I want to try to make sure we get it. We end up getting it. Like, I didn't even have to come down. I'm just going to pause it. I didn't even have to come down. Mid is pushing, which is kind of dangerous. And I'm going to have to get there to soak that experience. Or someone's going to have to get there to soak that experience. Because if we lose that wave, I mean, we're going to be pretty far behind. Like, so I'm just going to play it out. So that was me just kind of coming down, being kind of a little bit confused because I was surprised we got it, but now I'm rotating back. I like did some stupid stuff with that turret. I'm in a weird situation here because I just backed. I did a full back, and I came back and immediately lost like so much of my HP. I mean, look, I have to tap immediately. It's not ideal. And then we have some people rotate on bot side, and I get pegged. So there's 4 bot. It's a good time for me to push because we got a lot of experience. They went for some kills, and they got 1 kill, and I got a ton mid lane. A ton mid lane. So you can see D.Va's wave clear is actually pretty good. I mean, you can stand in a good position and just clear the whole wave because it cleaves everything. Like, this is kind of what you want to do. Like, stand and just hit the as much as you can. Just get rid of as much as you can when no one's around. And then this is another wave that they haven't soaked mid, and I'm still pushing. Everything's out of ammo. Now they're MIA, so I know I have to be kind of careful, so I start backing. I take some damage there, but it's not that big of a deal because my boosters can pretty much get me out of any situation. Unless I get CC'd during the booster. And Lucio heals me, and here we go, we're back to pushing. Little 3v4 here. I popped self-destruct just to clear the area because I was like kind of spooked. They're coming back. So you can see that time I was ready for the deflect. That's why I put defense matrix in the middle. I knew he was trying to go for that play. I mean, we actually got a favorable trade when I came out of mech, which was nice. I'm gonna back up and look at that fight again. Here comes Illidan from the back. Falstad's still top, so we'll see how this plays out. I do boosters, kind of like gets everyone out of there. Genji just dashed out, and here comes Illidan. He's dove in. This is kind of a favorable situation for me, because a bad time to lose mech is when people are on you, because then they just immediately stun lock you, and you get punished so hard if you lose your mech inside of. Like, if I was to lose my mech inside a group of people right here, and they just all collapse on me immediately, even if my team was here. So I lose it back here, and I have a good opportunity to start doing some range damage. So Illidan dies, but it doesn't matter. We get the 1-for-1 trade. And you can see I'm just trying to pump in damage to people. And it's working. So I just mech back up because I want to charge. I need to get my charge. My self-destruct charge is pretty much everything. Alright, and here we are, back to pushing. Just continually pushing mid lane. Applying pressure as much as I can. So I didn't really realize that I had turret aggro here, and I ended up getting out, but... So I pretty much have, I'm gonna pause it. I have self-destruct charge, pretty much. If I lose this much health, I can hit it before it happens. Genji's top, Sonya's mid, or sorry, Genji and Sonya are top, and it's just a nub and Uther down here. Alright, let's go. So I'm pretty ready to fight, because I know I have self-destruct. This is pretty much what it comes down to with D.Va on your team. If you ever get her on your team, just know you kind of have to play around her self-destruct because that's when she gets a power spike. That's a nice boot by Lucia. Alright, so they commit, but I think I get to get the self-destruct off. So I'm gonna replay it because I knew I had self-destruct charge, right? So I knew that I could kind of bait something out. If I have self-destruct, I can just hit it and they're not going to be able to stand next to the cocoon. I mean, that's kind of what they're trying to do, right? Like, they're trying to kill a target while cocoon's active. Zarya notices this really fast. I think she rotates down almost immediately. And Illidan has Hunt, so it's not going to be too hard for him to get into a fight. I get tagged down here a little bit, I lose my health, and then I can blow the mech up. But it's also a little dangerous, right? Because like I said, I can't get caught out in the middle of people. Okay, he's just so close, you know? Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what people are looking to do when you get out of the mech. They're trying to punish you. I have big shots, so I can definitely apply pressure, like AP-wise, in a straight line. And they are kind of a team that likes to line up. Let's continue. So you can see the damage that big shot's doing. It's like, it's nothing to really, you know, take lightly, honestly. It's doing a lot of damage to the carries. Missed the creep. So even though we got caught out, we were able to, you know, get some worth out of it, and we didn't die. And what I mean by worth is, like, Falstaff's still pushing top, so. And we also got a few ults down, so we don't have to really worry about fighting. So there's a little scrap, and I'm ready to go, because I know I have mech. Alright, I should be mounting up way earlier. Way earlier. Alright, I'm gonna pause it. We're 9 minutes in. We have top tower. Both of these are pretty low, so they're easy to take. And our two forts are pretty healthy. You don't have to back as consistently because we took this fountain out real early. We have one right in the middle, and it's a good point of access for us to be able to retreat to if we need it. Warhead Junction's a really, really big map, and if you don't play around being able to sustain yourself in lane, then you're not gonna be able to spend as much time there, and you're gonna find yourself backing and losing experience, and losing damage and also, you know, bullets in your towers. So let's continue. So obviously I'm still super ready to fight here. We're up a talent. Like, and I have just been punishing them all game with the range. They haven't really found something to do for it. So we got Cocoon on Falsta.
Out of the way.
I mean, I haven't even used mech yet.
Double kill.
Excellent work.
Killing spree. Enemy fort demolished.
So I'm letting the boys know that we need to keep. If we want to keep this lead going, because they're about to be 13, and in the period of time when they're 13 and we're 15, they'll have a chance to fight. So we're thinking about taking boss. We have a nuke. We don't really need to take boss. We could have just pushed mid and tried to get more worth out of it. But we back off. So Illidan's trying to solo boss top. But I let him know that he's the one making space because we just saw everyone going up there. So we pretty much go for a boss trade, which is why, like, another reason why, you know, I would kind of rather prefer to push mid with a wave or something when we have a chance. Because you can get in situations like this. You can see I'm trying to tell Falstad to make a Gus play, but he's not having it. And that's definitely the smart thing to do. Like, he would have gotten killed for sure. Unless he's like some sort of god. So I'm going to take the dash because I just love the mobility. So we trade boss for boss. But we're up a talent. Falstad gets wrecked. Didn't even matter. It's a great hunt by Illidan there. So I am going to back up. I know that's not like that impressive of a fight because we're up a talent. But this is kind of what I want to express to people who maybe don't know this. When you have an opportunity to force because you're a talent up, do it. If you get the chance to fight people when you have an extra ability, I mean, it's just that much better. Those late game talents are huge, and they're still down at 13. So, they're level 15, but they're still down at the 13 talent. They're so close yet so far. So I am going to back it up to the beginning of that fight. So let's take it back. Okay, I'm going to play it right here. All right, here we go. We're going up there. We're just about to hit 16. And Falstad is on base, and they dive him because they know. They probably just saw Lucio pop that nuke bot side. He gets Cocoon, CC'd, Shane, just done, dude. They are ready for that. They played that well. So they get the pick, but they're still down. Illidan makes this great. Illidan makes that great hunt on the Genji. See ya. And I mean, I'm trying to follow up on that too because I have mech and I can chase him down when I hit the boosters. So my immediate reaction, you know, after using 2 cooldowns, we just got rid of Hunt from Illidan, and I also just used my boosters. Put the defense matrix down on their team to mitigate as much damage as I can. And I took the one that extends it, and I also took the one that slows. So it's going to apply some soft CC for my team to maneuver around to make positioning a little bit easier, and it's going to be negating damage, which is going to be useful for them as well. So they get me out of mech, but it doesn't really matter because, I mean, against this team, I was really useful inside the mech, and I was also really useful outside of the mech. I think Zarya was a great pick to go with D.Va. As was Lucio, honestly. The Overwatch squad. I mean, our team was really good. Our team comp, like towards the end. Just a lot of things that could follow up. So we're still up the talent, and I mean, they haven't been able to hit too much soak because they've been committing really hard to these lanes. And it's a little late to be committing to the lanes for them. Like at this point, they kind of just have to ride it out. They lost early and tried to play our game when we got ahead and didn't beat us at it. So now we just end. I'll go through that a little bit, but honestly, that is a pretty big fiesta. Like, that team fight is... That team fight is pretty insane. I'm gonna back it up. Alright, I guess I can start it here. I don't even know if I want to watch the whole thing though. I mean, it's just so funny. Sometimes stuff just breaks out and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, there's no... That nuke just threw everything, like, 3 sheets to the wind. So we get the poke down originally. We're ready to fight. We're still ahead. Zag comes in because she knows she's going to get some passive experience, but no one else is ready to follow up. Lucio gets the nice ult, gives us all a real nice shield. I'm trying to put defense matrix down. He finishes off Genji. Zarya pops this nuke down on their team as Uther comes in to give us the stun. And, I mean, it's just mayhem at this point. It's every man for himself. So here I go trying to get the boosters, and I can't stop it in time, and I actually end up going backwards, not getting the body block. Oh, then looking to pop my nuke, and I miss it, falling out of my neck. I mean, it was just... It was getting pretty sloppy. I mean, on my part, for sure. I don't know. Everyone else was pretty clean. But from my perspective, that was funky. So here we go. Ending. Genji doing what he can. I actually... Lucio's... He's a beast. All right, here are the stats. 17-5. We won heavy on the kills. I did the most damage. Lucio doing 60k healing compared to Uther's 33k. Just more sustain. He was also mid with us for a long time. I mean, that's huge right there. That is a massive contribution by our Falstad. Time after time after time again of him flying back from base to mid lane to catch soak that other people can't catch because they're back. It's useful. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna end it there. That is the condensed version.